Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super discussion video, speculation theory video. Now, before I get started on this is not necessarily my original idea, and honestly, I'm very sorry. I know somebody actually gave it to me, and I just absolutely, for the life of me, can't remember. I mean, I've gone through all of my saved photos from screenshots and everything, and I just can't particularly find that conversation. I don't remember whether it was in a video or Twitter or somewhere else like that, but if you did tell me this, if you were the one who pointed this out and I was like, oh my god, that's like an awesome idea, then make sure to comment in the comment section below if you're listening to this, because I do want to like give you credit. I'll you know, pin the comment or something and give you a shout out on Twitter or something, because I really think this is an awesome speculation or theory video. So I just want to preface this by, a while ago I did a video basically when we were talking about obviously when this whole stuff started going on with the Grand Priest potentially being evil, and what is his motives, why is he doing this, why might he be mad or trying to overthrow Zeno or these Zenos now, and all of that type of speculation, and for what reasons. And my kind of idea, at least back then, was, well, he killed, you know, Zeno killed the Grand Priest's children, because the one thing they've said is that the Grand Priest is the father of all the angels, and one of the rules going into the Tournament of Power is that the entire universe is going to be erased. You know, gods, destruction, creation, mortals, all of these people, everybody except for the angels. And it was weird to me at that point where the Grand Priest was the one kind of debating or telling everyone, like, you know, he wasn't debating anything, he was just telling everyone what the rules were, and he's like, look, this is how it's going to be, all my children are going to be left, and all this other stuff is not going to, you know, affect them. And it was weird to me because in the Back in the Future Trunks arc, as I've kind of mentioned in a couple videos, Whis basically says that Zeno got mad one day and destroyed 6 universes. And one of the things that was weird to me is, because they're destroying so many universes in this particular tournament and they're leaving the angels alive, it made me wonder, well, where are the angels from those other 6 universes? Because theoretically that was kind of set up in the same way, where you got a god of creation, a god of destruction, and an angel watching over the god of destruction. And so, what's going on here? Where did those guys go? Are they still around? Did Zeno literally kill them? What happened to them? And then someone pointed out to me, and this makes a lot of sense, what if Zeno's guards are the remnants of those, I guess, basically back in the Future Trunks arc, when Trunks was like, you know, what happened to this? And they were explaining, well, okay, when a god of creation dies, it kills the god of destruction, and then the angel becomes nerfed. You know, the angel no longer has an identity, the angel's no longer themselves. What if the guards are the nerfed angels from the other 6 universes, and now their job is just to kind of protect and look after Zeno? So they're not necessarily dead, they're not dead, but they could be potentially, like, they might not be as strong as they used to be, or they might just get regulated, like go straight to, you know, the world of the Zenos or the world of the Void or wherever it is that they're basically at, and they have to kind of look over, and they don't necessarily get a personality anymore or anything. They're just basically a shell of what they were, a former self, just someone who's completely and utterly devoid of any personality, but has to devote their life to an incredible amount of servitude. And what if that's something that plays into all this? Because I know one of the things that we've been talking about as a community a lot recently is that the Grand Priest is evil, the Grand Priest is evil, all this stuff. What is his motivation? Why is he letting the angels live when everyone else has to die, and all this other stuff? What if, you know, he's just a concerned father? Like, he doesn't want his children to be slaves of the ilk, to have to basically watch over these children who on a whim can literally flick planets out of existence and all this other stuff. What if he thinks he can do better, and he's doing the best he can to make sure his children aren't killed or put into even more of a life of slavery than they already really are, and he wants to kind of turn this all around? And I don't know if any of that really makes sense to you guys. I like the idea. I don't know if it really makes sense. I really like the idea because it really explains why the guards are there, why they look the way they do, why they somewhat act like angels, and they look like angels, but they're kind of more robotic. They're more like shells and not necessarily they don't have any personality. but they had the same function, and it would give like a reason to like what happened to all the angels who basically either died and or survived the other 6 universes. It would also have some kind of connection to the other 6 universes that we only have heard about, we know nothing about. We don't even know why Zeno destroyed them. We don't know if there's any animosity between the Grand Priest and Zeno about it. We don't know what happened to those angels. We don't know how it happened to those gods of destruction or any of the mortals who might have actually gotten out of those universes before they were destroyed or anything like that. And I think that that's something they really need to explore later down the line in Dragon Ball Super. I mean, they did throw it out there. That is officially kind of quote-unquote canon now to the entire series, and I personally would really like to see them explore that stuff, and this would be an interesting way to introduce it, with the idea that, you know, you've seen these guys, they've been around, they don't really have any personalities, but guess what, they're connected to all this stuff that's been going on, and here's where they were made, here's their origin, and all this other stuff. So guys, I want to just leave it at that. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you like the idea? Do you not like the idea? Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you gave me this idea, and I'm sorry I can't remember who it was, just tell me in the comment section below. If you're watching this, listening to this, and I'm gonna pin that tweet, and I'm gonna you know, take a picture, I'm gonna retweet it and just say, like, you know, this guy has awesome ideas. Obviously, guys, the one thing I really like about the Dragon Ball community is I kind of consider myself, you know, I like having fun with it. I don't know, a lot of my speculations and theories are just that. They're kind of speculations and theories, and a lot of them I really try to ground things based on like what we've seen or heard or all this other stuff, but I'm not one to say that like everything I say makes absolute sense. I take logical leaps and bounds, you know, just kind of educated guesses on what we've heard or what we've seen throughout the entire series, and a lot of it is headcanon, a lot of it is, you know, fan theory type of speculation, but I have fun with it. That's why I make these videos, and honestly, the best thing about doing these videos, the best thing about making YouTube videos and being a part of this community is the idea that people give me ideas like this, and something I had never thought about and something I felt like had no significance one way or the other. You know, who are these guys? Who really, does it really matter? But it helps tie in something that I had been thinking about and just couldn't get my brain over for months now. You know, like, what happened to those angels? What happened to those angels? Well, what if they're these guys? It blows my mind, like, every single time. You guys are so smart. Like, I can't hold a candle to the collective of you who just like, who come up with this stuff and think over this stuff just as much, if not more so, than I do. So I really appreciate all the thought, effort, and just, you know, everything that goes into actually coming up with this stuff, and even like taking the time to comment on this stuff, even though sometimes I don't see it. You know, it's hard. I try to read as much as I possibly can. I try to respond as much as I possibly can, but sometimes I don't see it. Sometimes things slip through the cracks. So if you guys have good ideas and everything, you want me to discuss them, you want me to at least kind of consider your thoughts, your speculations, your theories, then, you know, just keep sending them out. Anything that you guys have to say, I want to read. I want to kind of indulge in that type of fan community. That's the stuff I like with this. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comment section below with your thoughts and speculations on this particular subject and anything else that you can think of. I want everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to share this out to all your friends if this stuff makes sense to you, or you want to kind of throw this speculation out there for everybody. Don't forget to hit that bell over by the subscriber button, because that's going to notify you every single time that I upload. But with that being said, guys, I hope everyone has a good day. It's been real.